guys, good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be. It's time for another video, and this week we're going to do another review. The last review that I did was a iPad review, an accessible review, and you guys really liked it. So I thought I would do another accessible technology review. So today I'm going to review the Optelec Compact, I can't even say it, Optelec Compact Plus Video Magnifier. If you know me and you have been on my previous channel before, then you will know that I have done this review before on my other channel. But this time this is a channel together with Jessy, and I thought I would redo this review. So I'm going to bring you guys in closer to my makeshift table so that I can show you guys all about this video magnifier and what it does. Okay, so the video magnifier is an accessible tool that makes it easier for visually impaired people to read. If you saw the iPad review last week, you'll already know that I'm visually impaired, and you'll already know how bad my sight is. So this is a necessity in this house. It's necessary to have a video magnifier for me so that I can access certain things that could otherwise not be accessed. The video magnifier is a 4.3-inch magnifier. It has a TFT screen. It does 5 times, 7.5 times and 10 times zoom. You can do it in different colours, so there are different filters built into the magnifier so that you can change the colours of the text that you're trying to read. And there's also a still function, so that if you hold it up to something that's standing far away from you, you can kind of take a photo of it and then bring it back towards your face so that you can still read it. The magnifier comes with a really nice case, a leather case with a magnetic button. It also comes with a charger, wall charger, that is interchangeable. So you can see at the moment my wall charger has a European thing on there so that I can plug it in while I'm here in the Netherlands. But it also comes with a bucket load of interchangeable adapters. So we have one for the UK, and we have one for, I'm not quite sure what country that is for, but we have another one for another country. And also deep in here somewhere, which I now don't seem to be able to find, is also an American adapter, but I think that's disappeared somewhere on me. I have an American adapter as well, somewhere. So it comes with all kinds of different adapters. It also comes with a wrist strap, but as you can see, I've never opened it. I don't see the need for a wrist strap. So that's all the bits that it comes with. It also comes with rechargeable batteries, which I will show you. But first I'm going to show you where everything is on the magnifier. So as I've already said, it's a 4.3-inch TFT screen. TFT means it's LCD, it's liquid crystal. The controls on the magnifier are all done with one button at the front or at the bottom of the magnifier. In comparison to the size of my phone, which is here, I have a Samsung Galaxy S3. It's pretty much the same height as the phone. However, as you can see, it's a lot thicker than the phone. It's also like probably 2 times as heavy as the phone. So it's meant to be portable, but I would take a bag rather than trying to put it in your pocket. There's not a lot on the device other than the button that's on the front here. On the side, which is the left side, there's a charging port, and there is also a button, which is the button that we use for making stills when we want to read something that's further away from us. At the bottom of the device there's a power button. There's also the hole here for the wrist strap, which I've already said I don't use. On the right hand side of the device there isn't anything. On the top side there also isn't anything. On the back side is the camera. It's an autofocus camera, and it moves to 2 positions. You can slide it up and down so that you can either read, this is in reading position, or apparently if you slide it up then it's supposed to sit in a certain position so that you can also use it for writing, but I've never quite figured out how that works. But anyway, that's why the camera moves up and down. So it's supposed to be for reading, which is that position I believe, and this position is supposed to be for writing. But yeah, I don't quite get how that works. To find the battery, you have to pop the cover off the back of the camera like that, and inside is a rechargeable battery. It comes with the device. I have already had this replaced by Optelec once because the first one died on me. I've had this thing for so long. But you can also put normal reloading batteries in here, or you can put normal disposable batteries in here. Just don't connect it to the mains if you decide to put normal disposable batteries in there. That wouldn't be a good idea. That would be very unhealthy for the device. So that's a look around the magnifier itself. Now I guess you guys want to know what it does. I actually found some reading material. We have an old newspaper from the weekend from the Telegraph. This is something that I reviewed last week in digital format, and now you get to see the real newspaper. Whippy! So anyway, this is my reading material, and as I've said to you before in other videos, I find it very, very difficult to read a newspaper. I can't do this with my normal eyes, but the magnifier actually would make this possible. It's not something I choose to do, because I prefer the digital version, but this makes it possible to read the newspaper. So as you can see, let's find an article that we can read. Here, look, little text, this tiny little piece of text here. It now becomes bigger and viewable with the magnifier. So I said that there are 5 times, 10 times, 5 times, 7.5 times and 10 times zoom on this magnifier. So this is the 5 times, this is 7.5 times, and this is 10 times. I'm using a little switch that's located around the edge of the button, and all I'm doing is turning it clockwise or anti-clockwise depending on which magnification I want to use. So mostly I can manage with 5 times magnification. The other thing it does, which is really nice, is you can change the filters. You can see already that I'm using a filter because the text is now white on a black background instead of the normal white text on a normal black text on a white background that you see on the newspaper. So this is already 10 times easier to read. But if you don't like that, you can push the button in the middle and you can change to a normal black text on white background, or you can have full color photograph here at the top of the newspaper. I can now view in full color with my magnifier, and if it's not big enough I can still zoom in or zoom out. So I have full color, I have white text on a black background, black text on a white background. I can use yellow text on a black background, and I can also push the button one more time for yellow text on a blue background. So whichever eye condition you have, you can most definitely use this product to the best of its abilities so that you can read. It's pretty useful, and the filters are really, really handy. Especially when you get food packaging, and food packaging always comes in really weird colours. White text on a red background, yeah, that doesn't work very well for me. But the filters filter that out so that I can still read. It's very useful for doing food packages. I'm hoping not to blind you, but I want to turn the camera over just so that you can see how bright. I'm shielding it a little bit for you so that you aren't completely blinded by this, but just so that you can see how bright these lights are on this magnifier, so that you can read in the dark, or it's just extra illuminated so that you can read better in daylight. These lights can also be switched off. If I hold the button in, now you can see that the image on the screen is darker, and if I flip the magnifier over, you will see that the lights are switched off. The reason why they're switched off is because you can also use this against your computer screen. You can hold it up against your computer screen so that you can read a computer screen. Or for glossy magazines, these lights don't work very well if you want to read a glossy magazine, so it's handy to be able to switch them off. And the last function I talked about was the distance function. So for example, I want to make a photo of this. I'm first going to switch the lights back on to make it brighter, and I want it in full color, and I'm going to make a photo of this photograph by touching that button that's on the left side of the device. The lights go out, And now, as you can see, I'm moving the magnifier around and the image is not changing because I have a still of this photograph that I've just made. And then when you're done with it, you just have to push the still button again and the lights come back on and the image starts moving. And the image that you took a still of is away. There's no internal memory inside of here, so it's not going to save loads and loads of images. It just holds it still until you're done with it, and then you can push the button again and you can go further with reading. So that's a little bit about the Optelec Compact Plus Magnifier. Optelec is a website that actually sells a lot of different bits and pieces. It sells all kinds of different video magnifiers, pocket magnifiers, telephones, accessible telephones for the house, Daisy readers, all kinds of stuff for the visually impaired. So if you want to check out Optelec's website, go to www.optelec, it's spelled OPTELEC.com, and you can check out their website. This one is still available to buy, but there are also newer versions out now that are similar to this, but they have a HD screen instead of the old TFT screen that this one has. This one's already a couple of years old, but it's very useful, and as you can see, it makes a newspaper really accessible, and it makes food packages and other things also really accessible. So it's just a little bit about the Optelec Compact Plus Magnifier. Hope it's been useful to you guys and helped you see how we can see and how we can read the world even when we don't have access to an iPad. And yeah, if you're visually impaired yourself and you think that this would be of use to you, you could go and check out their website. Thank you very much guys for watching. I will see you again next week for probably a Dutch lesson of some kind, but I don't know for sure. Until then, be good, and if you can't be good, go check out Optelec's website and see whether or not a video magnifier would be useful for you.